This wasn't in the plan.
Get the camera out my face right now.
This could be it. This could be it. The drone hasn't flown back to me. And yeah, it's crashed onto the island. We are back up at Grasmere and we're here for one reason, and that is revenge. On episode 1, this is the venue where I started my campaign to catch a £20 pike and I didn't get a single bite. So we are back up here today to try and break the curse and catch one from this lake. I'm trying a different area compared to episode 1. I'm fishing further up the bank in shallower water. However, I've spoke to a few friends and they reckon this area is really good for big pike, especially 20 pounders. Yeah, there's a lot of weight. Please still be on this. Oh yeah, it's still on. Bosh! It's £20 minus £15. And there we have it. We finally have revenge on Grasmere. We've only been down a couple of hours, and yeah, the first rod is ripped off. A jack pike, probably 9, maybe £10. I'm very happy. It's a new area of the lake, the first bite of the day, and hopefully it's not going to be the last. Any words of wisdom?
Absolutely none whatsoever. If you're out fishing today, you want your heads looked. No pike in this weather.
I've already caught one. My dad was actually speaking some sense for a change, and I felt crazy for being out on the bank. It was time to pack up and return to the lake a few weeks later. This is probably going to be my final trip for pike this season, so it really is sort of go big or go home. I'm going to get the dead baits out there. I've got the bait boat with me, with a sonar. I'm going to find little clear spots in the weed out there. Right, let's get the rods out and give it one last go of the season. Well, the rods are out there. I used the bait boat for the first ever time. Yeah, whether it works or not, I don't really have a clue. Normally down here you find that the mornings are certainly better for bite time. And yeah, there's a few silvers topping as well. And normally when I've fished down here in the past and the silvers topping, the pike are up for a feed. We've got a bite. We're in. Yeah, I was just sorting out a few bits, and the left hand of the rod which I first dropped is just ripped off. We're attached into what is hopefully a £20 pike. It's putting up a good fight. Go on, just be a massive pike pop up. Jesus.
It's all right.
Oh no, it's not a bad one. Get him in it. Bosh! And there we have it, the first pike of the day. Yeah, I literally got the rods out. I was just sorting out the gear, and the left hand of the first rod which I put out is just ripped off, and we've been able to catch the first one. Just under £13. Yeah, it feels good to be holding a proper pike. I've caught a few smaller ones recently on lures, but yeah, this is the first double figure one that I've caught in a little while, and I'm hoping it's not going to be the final one of the day. The weather's looking really good for it. There's still plenty of silvers topping out of there. So yeah, let's get it put back, get the dead bait re-chucked. You never know, one double this size might be out there waiting for us. I've just put that pike back and I've had a little bit of a disaster. I was flying the drone, just getting a few shots of the lake. And yeah, there was one shot in particular which I was getting, well, sort of coming along the margin of the island, coming up, a nice cinematic view. And then all of a sudden my remote started bugged out a little bit, and normally when that happens, if you lose connection completely, the drone will just fly back to you. However, on this occasion, the drone hasn't flown back to me, and yeah, it's crashed onto the island. I'm not entirely sure whereabouts on the island because it is an absolutely big old thing. I've just been on the phone to a few people, and I think my plan is I'm gonna head up into the village now, and I'm gonna see if there's any boats up there for hire. Yeah, so I'm just sort of eyeing up my options really. Do I swim out? Do I by a boat? Do I just accept the drone's gone forever? Because that island over there, it isn't a small island here, but it's quite a big island. It's not looking good. Well, this is where I've been recommended to go. Apparently you can rent a boat for the day. Well, it says 1 hour, so I'm gonna have 1 hour to get on the boat, go to the island, find the drone and get back. Yeah, right. I know this is a bit of a random request because I've just looked on your boat hire and it says about the island being out of bounds. I've just crashed my drone over there. Is it possible to rent a boat?
I can ask boss man, just let me ask.
I've had an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, why hide the boat? You might as well roll around.
Yeah, I might as well. Spot on, cheers. Well, when I woke up this morning, I'm not gonna lie, this wasn't in the plan. Here I am on the famous Eve. Here's the island, and I think just there could possibly be my drone. Well, we're about to dock onto the island. That thing which I thought was my drone isn't my drone, unfortunately. Hopefully I haven't just broke matey's boat. First things first, make sure I actually tie this boat up, because if that drifted away, then I really would be buggered. So a good do a blood knot, 3-turn blood knot, bosh. Steer. Oh, maybe this island's massive.
Low battery.
Yes, I know you're critically low battery. I found it, I found it, I found it, I found it. I found it. Literally, I've got 1% left on the remote. I just thought I'll try that beeping noise one more time. And it's in here. Oh, f off. Well, finally, I've found her. Right, let's turn that off because that's really annoying. Like, really annoying. Right, there we go. Wait! We've got a drone. Da, da. Now, I have done some stupid things in my time. I lost my keys in Belgium. I crashed my drone in the middle of Grasmere. However, believe it or not, it is actually one other guy out there who is more unfortunate than I am, should we say. And that guy is Reese Pullinger. Now, me and Reese went pike fishing at Loweswater at the start of January, and poor Reesey boy, he had disaster after disaster. Good morning and welcome to one of the most important days of the year, and it is the 2024 pike fishing tournament. Obviously, I'm not sad. I'm not out here having a competition versus myself. I'm here with a few special guests. Today we're at Loweswater. Over in background there, we've got Big Lee. And yeah, we're actually on different teams, but we're working as a team today, aren't we? Big Pike. He's doing that in the background, but we are working as a team.
Morning. Well, what I'm saying is the seniors full of confidence today. Very quiet start. You would have expected a nibbler 2 at first light. Hasn't happened yet. But we are optimistic. We are confident. It's early days. We've got prime positions.
Back in the flyer from last year, so just look at the margin. Phil.
Oh, you just there?
What pound fish? Come on, crockies, come on, crockies.
1 pound fish.
1 pound fish.
That gonna work?
Yeah, works every time, 1 for 1.
In?
Oh, we're in, boy.
We're in.
We're in.
It's not even on my
his
team.
pasty.
It's not even on my team. But I'm excited.
Oh, it's on the last treble.
It's half decent, top boy.
Come on, the boy!
Hey.
Come on, the boy. The first prize of the session goes to the old guys. Little change in tactics, a little freshen up on the baits, maybe a slightly different bait, and about 45 minutes from now we have been gifted with the first pike of the session at £8.5. 8.5.
£8.5, 1 point.
Right, that's good for us.
Yeah, that is good for us.
Good for us.
Points on the board. Points.
Nearly forgot that.
What you saying, boyo?
Well, what I'm saying is, I've moved swim, and I've had one within about 2 minutes. Literally put the rod out. It was on an old bit of smelt from the last swim. I thought I'll just quickly chuck the rod out, and there we are. That really didn't take long.
Apex Predator. The old people strike back.
Right, we're going to wipe out this other rod.
Lee lost one while I was down with Reese. I've just came back. He's cast that rod out. It's been out for like 3 seconds.
I think he's lost it. Get the camera out my face right now.
Yeah, boy. This is...
Women!
Bless him. Right, Doyle. It's alright.
No! Amateur.
No, you're the amateur. Oh, I missed all that.
Women, and it stayed on. It's been a long time coming, but in here is a very tangled pike. I was starting to think I was the world's worst pike angler, but after 2 days, eventually I've joined the leaderboard. The old boys might have won last year, but this year they knew they did not stand a chance. And that brings us to the end of another vlog. For some reason, when I was last out fishing, I completely forgot to video an outro, so that is why you joined me a few weeks later in a random field, absolutely soaking wet. The last few videos that I've put on this channel have been a little bit different compared to what I've normally produced, but moving down the line, this is the sort of content that I'm wanting to bring onto this channel. Now, on this vlog, I did say that it was going to be my final pike trip of the season, that I've got one more trip planned, and in a few days' time, I'm going to be going to Scotland. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that, because I've got a gut feeling something special is going to happen on that trip. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you on the bank sometime.